What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Anything Better podcast with your host, me, Paul Virzi, in New York, Bill Burr, over on the other side of the, I almost said globe. And I hope you're not on the other side of the globe. And Andrew Themlis, his empty chair over there in Beverly Hills, our great producer. You guys are listening to another episode, a good episode, and a good number episode, guys. This is episode number 84. Okay.
All right. Well, they're the great 84s of all time. I don't think I'm going to get past this first one. Paul's going to have to say something. Let's see. Number 84, a guy named Randy Moss, Paul.
One of the first jerseys that I ever actually proudly wore around, even though I was a Giants fan. Somebody bought me an 84 Vikings jersey, the purple one, and I was so enamored. Oh, you know, I loved it. He had his sunglasses on at the draft. Everybody said he was a bad kid. He was a criminal. I loved the head case from when I was young. Like you said.
It wasn't. The guy was, I used to love when he would take a step and a half off the line and just put his hand up. He already knew he was open. I
just want to say one story.
Andre Reed.
Can I just say one thing?
Yes.
I gotta say one thing here. I never seen anything like this in all the sports when the 07 Patriots came to Giant Stadium to go 16-0.
Knew this was coming.
No. And Brady walks up to the line, dude, and I looked at my friend Nick, and I go, dude, why is Randy single covered? And that's when they both got the record on that play where he just does a 3-step drop, looks this way, throws Randy a bomb. Randy just catches it like they're in practice and just throws the ball, and they both got the record. And I was just like, and when Randy Moss went into Lambeau Field as a rookie and caught 3 touchdowns under the lights at Lambeau in Green Bay, it was like one of the sickest things ever. All right, I'm done. I just had to, I'm done.
And mooned the crowd, right? And let's go the most disgusting thing I've ever. All right, Randy Moss, 84. Andre Reed, Shannon Sharp. This is a great number. Andy Robustelli, Roddy White. These sound like wrestlers. Gary Clark, Antonio Brown, Joey Galloway, Herman Moore, Eric Martin, Sterling Sharp, both Sharp brothers.
Love Sterling
Art
Sharp.
Powell, Jack Snow, Bill Stanfill, Joe Robb. Dude, there's a zillion guys here. Let me try to. Bob Trumpy. Chris Chambers, Hayward, Jeffries. There's a great old school black guy name needs to come back. Haywood. Haywood's a great fucking name.
Haywood's great.
Webster Slaughter, Sean Jefferson, Gene Washington of the 49ers. I had that football card. Willie Davis, J.T. Smith. Trying to find somebody from our era. A lot of old school guys here. Billy White Shoes Johnson.
Oh my God.
Paul McGuire, Darryl Stingley, rest his soul. Darryl Stingley. He's the one who got paralyzed in the preseason game against the Raiders. Played for the Patriots.
Oh, look.
Yeah. And on that happy note.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, dude. 84. Randy Moss. Somebody said something, and I don't know if this is a fair assessment. They go, if you put Jerry Rice's brain in Randy Moss's skill set and body, he'd be like the greatest ever. I don't know if that's a fair thing. It's like, do
that math again. If you had Randy Johnson,
what? No, they said if you had Randy Johnson. No, if you had Jerry Rice's brain and you put it in Randy Moss's head and talent, like skill level, you'd have the greatest. And I'm like, Randy's kind of number 2 or 3 still. And I don't know if, and
they're also saying Randy was dumb.
Well, no, what they're saying is the work ethic. They're saying like Jerry Rice run up the fucking bleacher stairs every day. Jerry Rice was the guy. And I'm like, I don't know if Randy had to do that.
But if Jerry Rice had Randy Moss's skill set, you're telling me that he would be doing all the shit that he was doing?
Yeah. Like he had Dante Culpepper. Then he had the guy in the Raiders. Then he had, he had a late Randall Cunningham. Like, he had different coaches.
I mean, I got to be honest with you. These people, they're reaching pretty far if they have some sort of problem with Randy Moss. I mean, if you got a fucking problem with Randy Moss, they go, it's like Terrell Owens. Okay, yeah, all right. The guy had his fucking, run-ins with the media and stuff like that, but very quietly, he's the third all time in everything as a wide receiver.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, dude. And like wide receivers get a lot of shit for going in and going, dude, I'm open. They get like people like, dude, don't say that. But it's like, their job is to fucking go out there and get open. And like, I would be like, I would do it nice though. Cause
I mean, I don't think you have to write a whole book about it.
Yeah.
Keyshawn Johnson wrote a whole book basically saying that he was wide open. And chapter 2, I'm still open. I still want the ball. Couldn't that just have been a statement?
Dude, how about the story about Warren Moon? Warren Moon and Chris Carter. It's one of the best stories ever. Oh yeah, you'll love this. An early young Chris Carter. A little arrogant swagger Chris Carter is playing with Warren Moon, and he fucking did this thing where he showed up his quarterback and was shaking his head, and apparently Warren Moon fucking grabbed him, looked in his face, and he goes, if you ever fucking show me up in this offense again, I will fucking bury you in this offense. Nobody will know your fucking name. I heard that. That was he was like, don't fucking do that, dude. Don't do that. Yeah. That's great, dude.
My favorite thing Warren Moon said.
But then Warren Moon beat his wife. So it's like,
Yeah, he had a bad 4th of July weekend. It happens. Hey, well, maybe she showed him up at the cookout. She asked for medium rare, and he gave her medium, and she's over there at the table like...
She bit her burger and was like...
They grabbed her by her blouse. Don't you ever fucking show me up on this
I will bury you in
grill.
this
I swear
family.
to God, you'll never get French fries in this fucking house again. You understand me? My favorite thing he said was when the Houston Oilers defense started calling the Houston Astrodome the House of Pain. The House of Pain, like we're gonna fucking fuck you up and all of that type of shit. And Warren Moon finally goes, listen, you guys got to stop saying that shit because I'm the guy that pays the price for this. Because the other defense is coming in going like, you want to see pain? We're going to do this. And he goes, you guys are on defense. You don't have to come out here and take fucking hits. So shut the fuck up with that stuff.
That's great. I would be like that too.
And then he beat the coach. He beat the defensive coordinator.
Dude, isn't it suck that like people's business is out there in the public eye? Like I was
yeah, because I'm riffing on this joke. I don't even know if it's true. And that's really like, I don't want to be joking. I shouldn't be joking about that.
No, I heard some shit about him. And I hope it's, I mean, look, they said that.
I still stand by Warren Moon, and I have no idea what his wife said to him.
Dude, you know the singer Seal?
Come on, you missed that, Paul. That was the old school blaming the victim.
Yeah, I heard it. I heard it. You know the singer
He beat
Seal?
His wife. Oh no! What did she say? That was America in the 1950s.
Somebody goes, dude, what happened to Rihanna was fucking horrible, and nobody deserves that. He goes, I just want to know what she said 15 seconds before that. It's like, listen.
I made that joke to my wife, and she was fucking pissed at me. And then, like a week later, my mother-in-law came over, and she goes, I know I shouldn't say this. And Nia goes, Mom. She just goes, I just want to know, what was the last thing she said?
Wow, that's fucking awesome.
I think women know. They just know. They know how to fuck with the man's brain.
Yes.
So it's like they want to know what she said so they can compare their game to hers to be like, oh, you don't say that. That's where she fucked up. The same way we watch sports. Going, dude, why did he throw into double coverage right there? What are you doing? He should have just taken the sack or throw it away.
Yeah. And listen, by the way, let me just say this. Nobody here at the Anything Better podcast condones any violence against women.
Well, let me just say this. I don't beat my wife. I love my wife. Paul, we joke about everything on this podcast, and I'm not going to fucking sit here and apologize for anything, because if you're some jerk off who just fucking takes shit seriously, then you shouldn't be watching this. I'm done explaining comedy.
That's right.
Does anybody really need to sit here and be like, oh, fucking...
It's ridiculous.
I'm saying twice a year, Paul. Just to keep them honest.
Dude, I got one for you. All right. I talked about this on I said this before. So I'm trying to do this thing where when I fight with Stace, I apologize when I'm wrong. And I really make an effort to go, I'm wrong. You know what I mean? And, you know, it's not often.
I'm literally picturing you like Kobe. You know, like when Kobe knew he's going to lose the series, he'd always do that thing, like trying not to cry. I'm picturing you for some reason with the chain out. Paul, is there something you need to tell me? And you're sitting there.
She was going at me. I was sitting down. The kids were in bed, and I was just going through the phone. And she just came out and she just goes, "Can you get off your phone? Like, what the?" And like, she had this
Hang on. I got to walk away for a second.
So she goes,
Paul, I can't even tell you how much I would jump on the hook and take the bait on that one.
And she just goes, and I go, what? I go, the kiss. And she just had this look of fucking like, she's like, you're always just like, she had this fucking thing where she's done, like with the fucking phone thing. And I just go, dude, can you mind your fucking business? Right.
Fantastic.
Now listen. I knew I shouldn't have cursed, but it felt good.
Paul, you had to.
And so then later she's in the bed. She just gets up when she closes her book and she walks away. And I don't like talking to my wife bad. You know, she said things to me.
Paul, every once in a while, a manager has to get thrown out of a game to keep morale high.
And yeah, that was me being
Aaron coming up home plate with the dirt on that one.
Aaron Boone winks at his assistant, goes, that'll get him riled up. So she leaves and she goes in the bedroom, and I'm going, dude, I was like, I don't fucking know if I should have said, you know, I could have said it different. So I just go to the bedroom. She's sitting in the bedroom watching TV, and I walk in, and I just looked at her and I was like, hey, seriously, mind your fucking I said I just go, hey, I said, I shouldn't have cursed at you. I love you. I shouldn't have cursed. And then I went in the bathroom, and dude, I'll be honest.
I should have said, mind your business.
I should have politely said, you know, can you mind your business? And I said, I'm sorry, I shouldn't curse at you like that. That's my bad. I shouldn't have done that. And I said, you know, and then, dude, I'll be honest with you, the next day, like it didn't happen. Everything was good. I'm like, you know something, dude? All right. Because, you know, I told you what my stepfather said. My stepfather dropped the gem. He goes, real love is apologizing even when you're right. And I just go, that I can't do. I won't do that. But
that is not real love. That is a man trapped in a relationship that he fantasizes every day on the way to work, rewinding. What if I just walked by her on that day? If I just walked by her, dude, you know, you don't apologize when you're right. That's not real love. That's treating your wife like a fucking child and placating and all of that crap to her emotions. Oh, Paul, you got me a little heated here. This is what it is. You apologize.
Oh, he leaned up, Andrew. He leaned up.
You apologize when you're wrong, Paul. Always apologize when you're wrong, because that builds credibility for when you're right. If you argue all the time, she's just going to look at you like you're an asshole. But if you actually apologize when you're wrong and say, you know what, you're right, I'm going to work on that, or you're right, I shouldn't have said that, then when you're actually arguing something, you've built up this credibility where hopefully she'll be going like, well, he's really staying on this point. This must mean something to him. Maybe I did something wrong.
Yeah, but that's
the best you're ever going to get out of a woman. Maybe I did something wrong. Okay, maybe I was wrong. No, definitely you were wrong.
Do you know? Yeah. Do you know what the number one thing top 3 things narcissists say when you call them out or somebody. I mean, I'm not saying any of our wives are narcissists. I'm just saying a narcissist has a couple of go-tos that are telltales and red flags that they're a narcissist. One thing is they go, well, I'm sorry you feel that way. Oh, dude, that's a bad one, dude.
Yeah.
That's a bad.
You should get thrown off a fucking porch if you ever say that to somebody.
Saying, oh, I'm sorry you feel that way. It's basically saying, like, this is you, not me. You're fucked up. It's really passive aggressive. It's really, no.
If I ever said that to somebody and I wasn't immediately trying to figure out how to get out of some hedges, then like I don't respect the person. Remember that shit where you just be like in the hedges and trying to I'm gonna move my leg first?
Yeah.
I'm the only guy ever got thrown in some fucking hedges for being a wise ass. All right.
I think I fell in hedges at my grandmother's once and my feet were up. It was hard to get out, I think. Everybody's
because it's like the fucking the shrub, it's holding you up and holding you down at the same time.
There's got to be somebody to grab your hand out of it. One thing I wanted to talk about on the show today, since we are, Bill, we are approaching NFL Week 1. It is coming soon. All the players are now in camp, which is great. I'm getting ready for my New York Football Giants. But we had a scare with Saquon Barkley. The scare was he wanted a deal, and the Giants franchise tagged him. And the franchise tag was worth like $10-something million. He wanted a deal. The Giants wanted to make the deal happen. Okay. The number one paid player that's a running back gets $16 million. The number two player that's a running back gets $15 million. They were offering Saquon a franchise tag for 10. His lawyer is going, Jamie Bendel, shout out to Jamie Bendel, Atlanta Puncher. He's a big Giants fan. He's going, he's listening to the agent. The agent's fucking him. That's hilarious. But the agent said, get a deal worth this. So he wanted a deal worth like $14 million a year. The Giants are like, we'll give you a 3-year deal and make you happy now. But it's not.
Should have got 12.
Yeah, the Giants go, we're not going to do the deal that you want because it's just not in our thing. But we'll do 11.5 a year. You'll get 11.5. We'll give you 3 years. And they were basically $1.5 million to $2 million off, and they lose the deal. And now they're going, he's not happy. He's going to hold out. And you know what he did though? He goes, look. He goes, I actually thought about sitting out, but that's not what I'm going to do. He goes, so they gave him a franchise tag, they said, which is almost $11 million for 1 year. But the whole thing now is saying that the NFL running back is more of a dime a dozen, and anybody could be filled in there now with the new way the game is played. And the running backs that are putting it out there on the line, they're going, what the fuck, dude? Like they're almost like they almost want to strike. But I still think
the NFL running back, Paul, is the NBA, is the football version of the NBA center. The guy down there, feed me down the low post. The game just doesn't go that player's way anymore. The fucking goddamn center is standing out shooting threes next to Steph Curry now.
That's true.
So
but
the
doesn't
NFL running back, it's like you got to be like Roger Craig. Roger Craig was fucking 40 years ahead of his time. Now that is the position. And it's like, you're probably going to have, I would be interesting to see the average running back, the amount of attempts versus the amount of times he's thrown the ball. Like back in the day, I mean, I swear to God, Paul, when I was coming up, if you threw a pass to a running back that was longer than 8 yards, they always dropped it. They couldn't fucking catch an NFL pass to save their fucking life.
Right.
And there was the occasional guys like the Walter Paytons, the Roger Craigs, guys like that could do everything. But it was like, that whole establish the running game, eat up the clock, wear out their defensive line, just beat them down is, the NFL pass it's their version of the NBA 3-pointer. Everybody's throwing for 300 yards. Everybody's got like 40 fucking attempts a game. They aren't as necessary. I think if he wanted to get the money, he actually would have to get his receiving yards up, like all-purpose yards.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's nuts. I feel like $12 million a year sounded about right for that guy. Because if the top guy's getting 16, he's not almost half going to get half the money as the best guy in the league. I know he's had some injury shit, but that guy's that I don't know. What's the guy in the fucking Titans getting?
No, he's around like I think he's around like 12. They're saying he's like, he's had a rough year last year. He's like 12 million, something like that.
Derrick Henry, you know why, Paul? Because they were running him like they used to run like
what's his
James
name?
Wilder on the fucking Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He'd get like 45 attempts, and there'd always be some retired running back in the booth going like, man, if they do that every game, this kid's not going to last. Like, that's how hard they hit. And that was back then. They hit even harder now. They're even faster now. Like, it just beats the fuck out of you.
George Kittle, the tight end of the 49ers, was on a podcast. I don't know whose it was. Theo Vaughn's one of these guys. And he just goes, what is it like during the week? And he goes, all right. He goes, Monday, you're sore. He goes, Tuesday's the worst. He goes, Tuesday, you're just in pain all day. He goes, Tuesday is the second day you feel it. He goes, by like Thursday after being worked on, you start coming to, you start getting good. And he goes, by Friday, you're kind of ready. And then he goes, and then it just happens. And he goes, dude, your body is like for 17 weeks. It's just nuts. And I agree with everything you just said about the running back, except one thing. I do think that there are certain exceptions, and the exceptions are the guys that do catch the ball in the backfield. But that's something Barkley does. And Barkley is so fucking dangerous that he's a decoy and he is a receiver too. So it just sucks that they were $2 million off. I agree with you. The Giants should have budged the Giants should have budged $1 million. He should have budged $1 million. They should have been able to come to a thing and make him happy. I think what ultimately will happen is he'll get $11 million this year, around $11 million, a little less. And then I think the Giants are going to give him a 2-3 year deal next year if he doesn't get hurt this year. But
I feel like he has a monster year.
Yeah.
And he goes someplace else. Because someplace else is going to need him. Oh, Paul, you didn't like that.
No, it made me sick.
Listen, there's no way he didn't take this personally.
Yeah, I know.
He's just a Penn State kid, fucking good guy. So he's smart enough to not fucking say what the fuck he's feeling. But it's just like, all right, franchise tag me. You watch what the fuck I do this year, and I'm going to watch you crying when I take fucking when I take a $15 million a year from the New England Patriots. You heard it here first.
Dude, I just want him to stay on the East Coast because I love him. Like if he did leave, I knew he grew up liking the Jets because he's from the Bronx. If he goes to the Jets, I'll be happy. If he goes to New England, I'll be happy. If he goes to even the Ravens, I'll be happy. I just want to be able to see that kid because I think he's one of the most special. He's a fucking unbelievable talent, man. And
how about the first Monday Night Football game of the year? Jets versus the Bills. Andrew, can you look that up? Somebody just told me that. Dude, does anybody make a better schedule than the fucking NFL? They just get it. It might even be the kickoff. No, the kickoff game is always the defending Super Bowl champion.
Yeah, the kickoff game is going to be the Chiefs. I think it's going to be the Chiefs and some other AFC rival on the Thursday night. It's going to be the first Thursday night, which is great.
Yeah, back in the day, we used to get that game.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, not anymore, Paul.
I'm actually interested to see what Mac Jones does for you guys, dude, because that guy got a little disrespected. We
didn't have an offensive coordinator last year, Paul.
I like that kid. That kid talks a little shit, dude. I like you. Oh, you know that, Bill. I like that kid, Mac Jones. When he was when he was yelling at the bench and he's going, "What the fuck, dude?" I was like, "All right, good. I liked him." You know.
We'll see. We'll see what I don't feel that he's gotten a good enough shot. I mean, last year the guy literally had no offensive coordinator,
and you guys still came close. What were you guys, a game off the playoffs?
Didn't feel that way.
So the first game is for week 1 is Thursday the 7th.
What's the Monday night game?
The first Monday night game is Bills Jets. That's 9/11.
Dude, I'm going to tell you this right now.
That's 9/11.
Bill, you'll be on stage in Greece. Well, there's a time delay.
What am I going to bitch about? So are you, Paul.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be there too, but it's gonna be before. It'll be.
Dude, we gotta have TVs on our phones, dude. We gotta figure this out.
there
Yeah,
anything better than watching the first Monday night game of the year in Greece, Paul, after playing the fucking Acropolis Theater?
Oh, dude, I'll be sitting on those fucking stones in Athens watching a game.
Fuck yeah, you will. Dressed in a fucking loincloth or whatever they wear, a toga. So here's the thing. For the last few years, the Bills winning the AFC East was just this foregone conclusion. It wasn't, are they going to win the AFC East? It's like, are they going to get over the hump to win the Super Bowl? Now, all of a sudden, Aaron Rodgers, who easily has 3 good years left in him. This is not Brett Favre. Brett Favre was at the end of his career when he went to the Jets. All right? Aaron Rodgers, I think, I'm calling this right now, Paul. I think he beats him. Is it in their building?
Where is it, Andrew?
When was that game?
It's in New York.
Oh! He comes out like the savior. He comes in classic Aaron Rodgers, fourth quarter. He's excited to play again. He's out of Green Bay. You know, he's banged a couple of chicks in Manhattan. He's fucking loving the pizza, Paul. He comes out there loose, fucking throws a touchdown to beat the Bills. Josh Allen nodding like, all right, we'll see you again later on this year. I'm not saying the Jets are going to win the AFC East, but I just think, dude, I mean, as excited as I am for the fucking game, can you imagine how excited Aaron Rodgers is? And there's no fucking pressure. The pressure's on the Bills. Like, oh, fuck, the Jets just got really good.
Yes. I think I'm so excited for this year. I'm so excited for this year, man. This is going to be, dude, Aaron Rodgers to the Jets. The Giants finally giving Daniel Jones a bunch of weapons. They're saying nobody could cover Darren Waller in camp. I can't wait, dude. It's going to be great. Saquon has something to prove. He's a little pissed. You know, I think it's going to be a great year. And I'll tell you the team that I think is going to really, really be something. You heard it here first on the Anything Better podcast.
I think we heard it last year. If I'm thinking who the fuck you're picking.
No. I think the Jaguars are going to be really, really good, man.
Oh, I thought you were going to go with your San Diego Superchargers.
I mean, you might be right about that organization because Justin Herbert is as good as any quarterback in the league. And they just can't. They had everything. They had the running back, the wide receiver. They had a good defense. They had the quarterback, and they just didn't do it, dude. I think, what's his name? Trevor Lawrence, Goldilocks over there down in Jacksonville. They started to turn a corner at the end of the year. They won a playoff game. I think that they're going to be pretty good. So the AFC is wide open. I think the AFC's got a lot of good teams.
Yeah. I feel like we're going to have another like 9-8 year. I mean, what the fuck do I know? But like the Patriots have never been like, let's sign a big free agent. We've done it once in like 20 years with Randy Moss. And
when's the last time the Patriots were under 500?
You could say when we signed Cam Newton, he still had some. That was still a big name.
It was a big name, but it wasn't a big deal. Like Randy was the big deal. What's
a big deal to me?
When's the last time the Patriots were under 500 for a season?
What were we last year? We were right there.
Andrew, what were the Patriots last year? Probably, if it was a game. Because you guys were like right there ready to go. Like if you guys had to win
8-9-0. 8-9.
8-9. Okay, so last year we were. Last year. Okay. Mac Jones hurt though. You guys had to. Who was the quarterback you guys played last year at the end of the year? What's that kid's name?
Something beginning with an H.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's the game. That's why it was one game under. Mac Jones was hurt. And you guys still fucking, dude, you guys still fucking managed to be within the window of possibility. Always.
Yeah. Paul, listen, this is how I view Boston sports. Dude, we had a great run.
It was that Zappy kid, Brian.
Zappy.
I thought it was something like Airy or something like that. Zappy or Hilly. Yeah, fucking Patrice Bergeron just retired for the Boston Bruins. Played all 18 seasons with the Boston Bruins, won a Stanley Cup, went to the finals 3 times, was as great on the ice as he was off the ice. Um, major, I mean, I put as far as like the greatest Bruins of all time is like Bobby Orr. And then as far as what I watched was Raymond Bourque. And for me, Patrice Bergeron is right there with them. Like they're both right under Bobby Orr. So him, yeah, him retiring. Like, and then, you know, something I really feel like I put Cam Neely between Ray Bourque and Bobby Orr as far as like, you know, just what that guy did when he was healthy.
Yeah.
Wasn't the only guy that I ever saw own Patrick Waugh. Fucking owned him. We could never beat the Canadians, and he would come in and have a fucking hat trick. Just undress the guy. And he could beat the fuck out of anybody. And he was one of the best guys in the league. And then, you know, this other fucking asshole who stunk just went in and just blew his knee out. Came in low, right for his fucking knee, and he just was like never. I mean, it's one of the. It's such a like that's why like guys like that I just never understand why is he still allowed to be in the league where you just robbed all of hockey fans of one of the greatest players of all time because you suck. You know what I mean? I'm not. I'll be honest with you. You know, it's when you talk about like Mac Jones. He's done a couple of dirty things, dude. I'm just kind of like, I don't know. Dude, he did a quarterback slide. And this guy is like being a gentleman on defense. He sort of jumped over him and had his legs spread. The dude brought his cleat up right and hit him right in the fucking junk.
Oh. Wow.
He had another one. He fumbled the ball and he just grabbed this guy's leg and he turned his fucking ankles. It's like, this guy's kind of win at all costs here. What are we doing?
What do you think the greatest, I was thinking about this, the greatest retirements of sports that I've seen in my lifetime? I got to tell you, dude, Jeter had a good one, man. Jeter left intact as soon as there was like a glimpse of losing a step. Like barely one step, he was like, nah, I'm not going to be that guy, dude.
You know, the only thing I didn't like about his retirement was he wanted to retire in Yankee Stadium. And they talked him into playing that Red Sox game. And you could just see he didn't want to be out there. So he went out there and he got one more hit against us. And then he goes, all right, that's it. Like there, I just felt like they sort of robbed him of his retirement a little bit. It's like, at this point, don't you think this guy earned the right to retire where he wanted to retire? Like it should have been in Yankee Stadium. I mean, as a Red Sox fan, it was kind of an honor to watch him get another hit off of us.
No, but I'm talking more in the terms of like when they left the game, like retirement.
Oh yeah, no, you knew Derek Jeter. There was no fucking way he was. He wasn't gonna go sign with the Mariners or fucking the Padres to just eke out another year. No way.
And dude, as time goes on, the more I think about it, Barry Sanders is a great one. It was premature, but it was great, dude. He was like, I'm not gonna win, and I'm gonna get hurt. Fuck it. Let me go be a dad to my son. Like, that was a great one, dude. Yeah. You know, there were some ugly ones, man. You know, who was the Madonna of retirements? Just hanging on.
Oh, God. Is that a reference now?
No, I just came up with it, but I don't know.
Dude, fucking Madonna, dude.
Brett Favre was a little, Brett Favre had that, dude.
Brett Favre looked pathetic. Sorry.
Dude, Madonna looks like some 10th graders that I went to high school with when they were trying to get dressed up and look hip. She looks like that at like almost 70. It's sad, dude.
Hey. She's only 65.
No, she's older than that, I think.
No, she is. She's born in 58. I know about her. I grew up fucking watching her. Borderline. Feel like I'm going to lose my mind.
Well, you did, Madonna. You did lose in your fucking mind.
Over the borderline. Dude, fuck that song, man. She had fucking hits for like 4 decades. I know. She's going too far with the work. She just pushed through whatever the fuck she was going through because she was sick. She had to like rework her fucking tour. I'm rooting for her, Paul. Paul, at some
Yeah.
point, we're all going to be 65 in this business. I want to see you have a nice fucking ending here.
Dude, if you ever see me with duck lips and fucking bumps on my cheeks and shit, just you better, as a friend, fucking pull me aside and say, Paul, it's over.
Paul, I will tell you that, Paul, you're Greek. You're going to be fine. I will tell you this. Speaking of Greeks, I've been watching old Kojaks with Telly Savalas, Paul. And I'm telling you, Paul, if you ever shaved your beard and put on a fedora, they could reboot and you could be a fucking an upgraded. You could drive a Lexus instead of a Buick Century, you know?
Dude, that's a good idea.
It's a fucking great idea.
Dude, let's fucking get an all things comedy reboot going. I'm down, dude. I'll lose the weight, whatever you want.
Dude, I would shoot that in a second.
Oh, that
Barnick was telling me Sean Penn's father directed every episode of that. I just watched a great episode where there was a guy, a patient, killing people in the hospital, and they were trying to like hide his identity. So they were doing the camera movement, his POV for a lot of the episode. Is really shot great.
How many seasons was Kojak? How many seasons was it?
7 or 8.
Oh, okay.
5. Oh, it's only 5?
Yeah, it was 5. And then they rebooted
time moves slow when you're young.
They rebooted it in 2000 something with Ving Rhames.
Dude, if I got the new Kojak, I would be fucking in the gym every day. I'd be fucking, oh, dude, I'll Kojak it up. That'd be sick.
Ving Rhames played Kojak. That was not promoted well because I would have watched that.
Yeah. By the way, Paul, you don't need to be jacked to be Kojak. You're like, I'm gonna go to the gym. Like, Paul, you want to be natural. Telly, I mean, the man ate healthy.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Do we have a picture of Paul Virzi at the Kentucky Derby? Can you pull that, the game, set, match one? Paul, I mean, that was the Kojak outfit right there. You had the fucking hat. You had the suit on. All you were missing was the fucking lollipop.
Oh, we gotta get that. If you can't get that, we could. Hold on, let me see.
I think I got it.
You know what's great? I got Nia's into Kojak. We fall asleep watching it every night now.
That's awesome.
And she literally goes like, "Where the fuck do you find these networks, heroes and icons, me?" I'm like,
you got it, Andrew?
Yeah, hang on.
Now, if you guys tell me that this isn't like, no disrespect to Ving Rhames here, but we got a Greek here coming in.
I'm gonna hold it up and show you guys, but I'll drop it on the screen for the viewers.
Okay.
Dude, that was a great day, dude.
I mean, that's it right there.
That's great.
Well, I'll play your sidekick.
Dude, that's great, dude. We should do a little mini series for that, like a web series, like a Kojak web series or something. Telly Savalas, what a great name, too. Oh my God.
Well, I was trying to think the other night, what is Telly short for?
Yeah, Greeks have all kinds of, like my grandfather, everybody called him Gus, but his name was Constantine. My Greek grandfather, rest his soul, my Babuli. That's what it is in Greek. You call him your Babuli, but his name was, everyone called him Gus. And I go, oh, what was Babuli's name? My mom goes, oh, Constantine. I go, how do you get Gus? But I don't know.
Dude, that's one of those names that the chicks love, you know, and all your boys are calling you Gus, and all the hot chicks are like, Constantine.
Yeah.
Hey, don't call me that. I'm Gus, all right? Why? It's such a beautiful name.
That's exactly right.
Telly's full name was Aristoteles.
What is it?
What was it?
I'll say it without any Greek phonetic, but it's Aristoteles. Telly Savalas, yeah.
That's great. Oh, that's great.
Oh, dude, how psyched was his dad calling him Telly?
Oh my God. That's great, dude. That is fucking great. How old was he when he passed? Rest his soul.
He was born in 22, died in 94, 72.
Born in 28.
That was like how, yeah, that's, man, they look.
Was that the only thing he
run for a Greek guy? That's young.
Was
You
that
guys
the only
usually
thing
make
he
nine.
did? Was that the only thing he did, Kojak?
Yeah.
Like, was
No,
that the only
What?
big thing?
tons of movies.
No. But
No,
like that only.
he I think he did an Untouchables when he was like breaking in and stuff like that. The one that I really remember him in, the highlight role for him was in Kelly's Heroes when
Dirty
he was
Dirty Dozen.
Dirty Dozen. He was, oh my God, that's right. He played the psycho. But in Kelly's Heroes, all he does is break Don Rickles' balls
Yeah.
the whole
That's
fucking
awesome.
time because Don Rickles got to carry the M60 and he's bitching. And it's great because there's like room for both of them. Like when they're like improv and all of that type of stuff. I felt like they did a lot of improv on that movie. But like, oh, dude, when he played the crazy guy in Dirty Dozen, Sprechen, before he stabs that chick, fucking lunatic.
Jeez, I got to see that. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, he played Blofeld in one of the Bonds.
Dude,
Right?
he fucking gets the shit beat out of him by Jim Brown. It basically that movie is a bunch of guys all on death row for doing fucked up shit in the military. All right. And then Lee Marvin and Charles Bronson. No, Charles Bronson is also a prisoner. Lee Marvin comes in, and it's a suicide mission to go into this French villa and kill as many German officers as they possibly can. And if you survive, it's a suicide mission. If you survive it, they commune your sentence, if I'm using the right term, like they're going to let you go. So Telly Savalas is like this crazy fucking rapist lunatic, psycho, like hears voices. He has this great crazy laugh. So they're all sitting there and they're eating or whatever. And
Oh my God, I got to watch this, dude.
Yeah, and what's his face? Lee Marvin breaks down what they're going to do, and he goes, any questions? And Telly Savalas goes, yeah. Do we have to eat with N-words? But he says the word. And Jim Brown gets up and starts beating the shit out of him. They're looking at Lee Marvin to break him up. And he's just like, nah, let him go. Let him go.
Wow. That's
Jim
fucking...
Brown beats the fuck out of him. It's fantastic.
That movie, the John Cassavetes role. So he was
Victor Franco.
Yeah, he was supposed to play Disturbed. Like he was supposed to be this disturbed guy, and he like really did actual real life disturbed, menacing looking guy, as opposed to Hollywood. And the directors had to be like, "Hey man, like you gotta like that's a little too. You look like a man who's really got an issue."
He was my favorite in there. You know what's great in the beginning? They go, all right, everybody, count off. And they're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it comes to him and he goes, 11.
Oh, that's awesome.
I love that he did that because that was him. That was his rebellion against authority. Like you could see, like this guy is like, he's like a cat on a leash. Like, why the fuck did you put this guy in the military? He doesn't want to listen to anybody, but he's going out there. And the whole fucking time it's like, I have to count off for these fucking jerk offs. I'm on death row. What am I doing? So, but he had to do it. So he just screamed 11.
Oh my God.
And also, I got to say, such a
watch
ballsy choice. Because if you take it out of the character and on that movie set, you're there with Lee Marvin and fucking Charles Bronson. You make a choice that big, you kind of taking the scene from everybody. So it takes a lot of balls to like make that choice, but it was a big choice, but totally fit his character. Fuck, I got to watch that movie again.
Dude, you got me riveted. I mean, I cannot wait to watch that movie. And dude, that's what's so fucking cool about acting is as much as it's like people like, playing pretend and reading off the thing, they're like, you make decisions on the fly that change the fucking, it's amazing, man.
No different than stand-up comedy, Paul. There's the David Tells of fucking acting, and then there's the fucking barroom hacks.
Yeah.
And like most jobs, races, gender, everything, you are defined by the worst. It's all Jerry Springer. It's like when people think of a stand-up comedian, they picture a guy on off stage with a lampshade on his fucking head. Just being so needy, he's got to be like the fucking, the center of attention the entire time, or the sad clown. That's never just like, it's never a guy like you, Paul. You know what I mean? Who knows
Yeah.
what kind of Air Jordans he's going to wear, at a strike or if he throws a perfect game for the Yankees.
I like.
I'm still never going to get over that. Like the how quickly you knew, and
Oh, yeah.
and the fucking level of detail. It's
Oh yeah,
fantastic.
dude. Oh, that's always back here for anything like that. Anything with the just the joy, that at a heightened joy and bliss. I love that. Dude, I love bliss. That feeling of bliss. That fucking feeling of just unbelievable happiness.
You're walking into this thing, Paul. Hey, Paul, ignorance is bliss.
Ignorance. No.
Paul, here's the deal. I am willfully ignorant now. I go out of my way to be ignorant of what's going on right now because I can't handle fucking watching anymore. So I'm Billy Smalltown now. I finally figured out all these years how to live in LA. It's like whatever neighborhood you live in, you don't leave it. If you want Italian, pick a fucking Italian restaurant in your fucking neighborhood. If you want to get coffee, find the best coffee place. But like, I'm not fucking driving all over like a jerk off. And I just keep going to the same places, and now they're getting to know me. Like my coffee place.
That's the best. Oh,
I go flat white. They go, you want a double espresso on the side? It's like, well, I wasn't going to order it, but like, that I go, all right. Then I bet a buddy of mine at the diner, and the guy came in. He goes, eggs over easy, cappuccino in a mug, not a glass, right? I'm like, yeah.
It's the best. Dude, every cafe I go to, they go, hey, what's up, Paul? Hey, everywhere. That's what it's got to be. You go to the same places. You treat everybody the same. They know what you want. Everybody, hey,
Paul,
how you doing?
Tipping all around.
Paul, everybody gets taken care of.
Yeah. I was trying to think of how you're going to say it. Everybody gets taken care of. Dude, that's your Kojak.
Yeah.
Rather than the lollipop, your thing is every episode we got to have you do this.
Yeah.
Get statements for everybody. I need a statement from everybody here.
We were talking about this the other day where we're going like negative people and shitty people, or people that just always do but then you got to worry about this, or then the other shoe is going to drop. They look at people who are positive like, dude, yeah, oh, you're just fucking naive, Mr. Positive. And it's like, no. Don't do that to me. I know the fucking horrors and how awful shit can be. And I had some things that happen in my life, not so fucking great. I choose to not be a negative fuck like you. And when you because those people try to do that, like, you ever notice people that are negative, and when you call them out, your shit, you go, oh yeah, well, everything's going to work. And it's like, no, I didn't say everything's going to work out. I never said that. You're just a negative, miserable fuck. And I choose to live different.
They always have to try to turn around. No, I get what you're saying. I'm not always like just, they know they're fucked up.
Yeah. It's like, you're fucked up, dude. Don't do that to me. I'm very aware of what can happen. I just choose to fucking look at the trees and have a sandwich, and you're an unsettled, unsatisfied lunatic who doesn't know how to do that. So don't bring that shit out on me. You know what I mean? Dude, you're making me want to go get a coffee. You're making me want to go get a coffee and a sandwich and go sit outside. Unfortunately, I can't because it's 104 and humid here.
Paul, I know, and that's everybody. They talk about the state tax in fucking California. You're paying for the lack of humidity. That's what you're paying for. You want to go to a state with no fucking state tax? Well, enjoy the humidity. Mosquitoes the size of my fucking head. Fuck all of that.
Yeah, man. Dude, we're gonna go to the Super Bowl this year.
Paul, this is how much I've gotten to know this fucking guy down the street. I met this old guy. I don't know what do you call somebody a Jewish guy that's like a priest? Rabbi? Yeah. Guy's hilarious. Hilarious. Completely different business. And I fucking see this guy. I've seen him twice.
Wait, dude, hold on a second. We can't blow over what just happened. You go like this. Yeah, I met this old guy down the street, but what do you call the old Jewish guy that's a priest? A rabbi.
I just had to work it out.
So wait, now you're friends with this rabbi?
I love this guy. He literally goes to me the first day I met him. He goes, I'm waiting for my 10th. He goes, you know what that means? And I go, well, I know what a sixth man is in basketball. He goes, no. This is for whatever thing he was doing. He needed a 10th person so that he could start the service or something like that. So I said, I go, well, I got a beard. Can I sit in? And he goes, you need a little more than that.
That's great.
Oh no, dude, this guy is he's fucking hilarious. So it's just one of those, one of those great chance meetings. Like, in what world am I hanging out with this guy? And all of a sudden we're just, it's funny, he's never having coffee, but he's always walking around. He's like the guy that organizes shit. So he's always outside his building. Synagogue.
That's great.
I'm learning stuff, Paul.
That's great. Dude, I just see you and a rabbi sitting outside drinking a cappuccino. It's amazing.
Sounds like a street joke. Bill Burr and a rabbi sitting there having a cappuccino.
I love how you use a sports reference too. I know what a six man is. It's so great.
Yeah, he was funny. He was going, he was like, so what do you do? What do you do? I go, I'm a comedian. He goes, oh, it's funny, we're right here in Hollywood, but I don't pay attention. He goes, I had a purpose. I didn't need to watch that. I had a purpose. I go, geez, you don't have to shit all over my industry, right? So the next time I see him, he goes, I thought about what you said. I thought you were right. I shouldn't have said that. It's like, it's what you do. You make people think. I'm like, I fucking love this guy.
That's great. Oh, dude, that's great.
Yeah.
Imagine you just stopped doing this podcast and you and a rabbi did one together. That
would definitely be interesting as far as where he is, where I'm fucking watching, movies and all that type of stuff, and he isn't doing any of that. He would definitely have a completely different perspective or something. But I don't know. I've always gotten along with those Hasidic guys. I fucked those guys down at B&H. You ever go to B&H? It's the greatest run fucking store in Manhattan. There is no fucking way you can steal from those guys. They let you look at the product. You never have it. And then when you decide that you want, and they know everything about it, and then you want to know if they have these tracks above, and it comes out from the back, and they literally tell you it's the most efficiently run. Like, there should be a documentary, 30 minutes. Doesn't got to be an hour and a half. 30 minutes on how these guys run this fucking store. Dude, one of the, all the problems, well, I mean, I guess now because of the internet, in brick and mortar stores are going away. But one of the number one problems they probably had was people stealing their product. And these guys had it solved back in the 90s when Bobby Kelly was the one. He goes, you got to go down there. He goes, this fucking place, Bobby loves electronics. Nobody loves a new gadget like Bobby Kelly. My fucking gadget game, when I lived with him, I was always right behind the latest thing because he would buy it and then get sick of it, sell it to me, and then he'd fucking move on to the next thing. And there were some misses, though.
Yeah, and he loves a new app. Anytime there's a new app, he's got to utilize a new app. The other day, he goes, dude, I'm buying a kayak off a guy. And I go, what? And he goes, I'm buying a kayak off a guy at the marketplace from Facebook. And I go, dude, how about you go to Dick's and buy one? And he just goes, no, dude, you don't fuck it. Dude, and he just showed up to a guy's house. He said at 10 o'clock at night. And I was like, yeah, I'm different like that, dude.
How much weight has he lost? That fucking guy's going to get into a goddamn kayak.
Dude, he lost I think 120 pounds, something like that. Like, he lost a lot of weight, man.
All right. Does he have upper body strength, dude? You fucking flip over in those things. You got to do dude, I got the app. It shows you how to do it.
No,
dude, I got an oxygen app, dude.
No, it's not the kayak you go in.
I go underwater. I can't breathe. Fucking flip and boom. Oxygen right in.
I bought a helmet, dude. Water can't penetrate. No, he got
Dude, I kayak in a full scuba suit. I already have the regulator in my mouth. They flip over.
No, it's funny.
It out.
No, it's funny you said that. I go, Bobby, you go in. I go, be careful on those things. I go, those tip over. And he goes, no, dude, that's old kayaks. You don't go in anything on these. You sit on top of them. So I don't know exactly what it's like a different thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yes.
because that thing, you're not in the thing. You're on it. So then you
Dude,
just flip over.
the idea of going in a kayak where your legs go all the way through is so petrifying to me. People have like flipped over, couldn't get out of it. Dude, fuck that, man.
Dude, didn't the Obama's chef, 45 years old, rest his soul, I think did he die on one of those?
Yeah,
Andrew,
Bill, he drowned. He drowned. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, that'd be the funniest thing ever. Oh, the chef knew too much. The chef was gonna bring down America.
Yeah. No,
Hey,
dude.
Paul, let a retired let Donald Trump chef die and they'd fucking bring him to court.
Yeah.
Is that not the dumbest thing you've ever seen liberals do? Bringing Donald Trump to court is all that's they're going to do. They're going to do that to Biden. They're going to do it to every fucking. You think that the right is just going to let you do that to them and they're not going to do something back?
Dude,
although they started the shit, Paul, with the fucking blowjob thing with Bill Clinton, those fucking cunts. They started this tabloid shit. And ever since then, nobody can be president without the other side fucking trying to impeach him the whole time.
Could you imagine if like John F. Kennedy was a president today, rest his soul, with all the shit, all that they would be, dude, they would just be, it's all, dude, who doesn't have dirt?
I did not have sexual relations with that actress. That is not me fucking her in the pool. That is AI.
Dude, here's why Kennedy's the best. Kennedy's the best because he goes, dude, all I want from Castro is 1,000 Cuban cigars. Dude, he made that deal.
No, that's not what he did. He fucking knew the embargo was coming, so they fucking ordered them for themselves and then do what they always do. We gotta, tighten the fucking belts and and all of that shit.
Dude, if you were the president, you wouldn't have gotten you wouldn't have gotten a little stash?
No. Dude, there is no fuck. Dude, that's like being the guy in the plane crash taking more than your rations and everybody's fucking starving. I would never do that. I would never in a fucking million years would I do that. No fucking way. No fucking way.
All right, I believe you.
Paul, you can sit there in the White House, all these cigars. You fucked over all cigar smokers. And you're going to sit there and enjoy a goddamn Cuban and then go on TV and be 180 the other way?
Oh, you're right. No. I know what you're saying. Yeah. No, I would not. I wouldn't have other people not be able to smoke while I smoked a Cuban. No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. I thought he was just, before he shut stuff down, I thought, him and his brother were just getting their own shit. But I didn't realize that the other people were getting fucked.
Hey, Paul, the Cuban Missile Crisis, it didn't catch you. Yeah, you had no interest.
Well, when was that? The 60 what?
62.
Andrew Themlis with the fucking stats.
I'll tell you all about the Bay of Pigs. I can go on for 4 hours. Love this shit.
I'll tell you all about the Bay of Pigs. Yeah, see, guys, it's not just
I think
sports on this podcast.
And Andrew has hair like a Kennedy. All the Kennedys have great fucking hair. It's unbelievable.
Dude, that was amazing to see him and his brother walking on the White House just as like mid 40s, early 40s, just hanging out there, like chilling at the White House, fucking like seeing normal aged people. And then now for the last, 2 decades, you just got these white hair fucking guys walking around like zombies. It's fucking embarrassing, man. They need to cut that age
Bill Clinton
back.
got in. Bill Clinton was pretty young. He was like 43, 44.
Was he?
Yeah, and he actually had brown hair when he came in, and then that job, dude. The job and all and that rotation of bitches he had coming in there, Paul, it just made his shit go white.
Wait, Slick Willie was 44?
46.
46.
And Obama was what?
Young.
47.
Obama was young.
Yeah.
When he came in. I thought George W. Bush looked pretty good when he first came in. They all looked good when they first came in. Joe Biden, it looked like fucking shit the second he got in there. Donald Trump just looked like a jerk off the whole time. Dude, these last two fucking guys, can we just this is almost like the NHL where like the presidency has to go away for like a season and a half and we just sort of reboot. Get rid of the red line.
Yeah, I said
and the blue line, Paul. Oh my God, politics.
I said the other day on stage, I go, can we one time get like a 36-year-old James Bond looking fucking dude in there? I mean, just one time in my life, 36, not 40s, mid 30s, dude.
You can't because they won't trust him. He's not dirty enough.
You
got to do the dirt for 20
know.
years. They got to have so much shit on you, and they have to know that you're a fucking warmonger.
Yeah.
No matter how blue your fucking tie is. Drives me up the fucking wall that idiots think that fucking Democrats are peaceful people. They're just as warmongering as the guys with the red tie. They're all working for the same guy. Don't even get me going here. Oh, Paulie, it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day to just walk around my neighborhood.
Yeah, dude. I went outside and I was like, dude, it's like 104 here, hot or whatever. So I don't know what to do. I went to play golf. Got my son into golf, dude. And he's good. He's gonna be good. He's gonna be good. Cool. Yeah, he's just an athlete, man. He's just one of those kids. He's an athlete and he's a good kid, and gets it from me. No, I'm kidding.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Stacy was a monster softball player in school. I got to give it to her. She was a monster softball player.
That, but it was female sports, Paul. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, it's half speed. What are we doing? Yeah.
Their titties slow them down, Paul.
Oh, dude, I got to tell you something. This is great, and this is not to be disrespectful. I get the same driver, okay? This older 70s, old-time wise, this dude, Charlie. Charlie's this black dude in Arizona. He picks you up, and he just talks back. He played in Arizona. He played for Northern Arizona University. He played against monsters, and he was about 6 whatever. And he talks about his grandkids. And when he has hands on the wheel, he talks very calmly. And when his hands are on the wheel, you could see how big his hands were. And he was like, oh man, he was like, I was telling him about Lucas playing. He goes, tell your son. He goes, tell your son to get a little of that Chris Paul in him. And I go, what do you mean? He goes, instead of having him hit those threes, when somebody runs out to him on the wing, have him dribble in a couple steps and put up a higher percentage shot, because that's what point guards, and we're just talking, we're having a great time. He's telling me about how he played in this crazy division in the 70s, and we're talking, and he goes, well, now you see what the thing is. He was one of those, dude, he was great, old timer. And he goes, now he goes, sometimes he goes, when these guys, there's like a lot of hesitation, and he goes that there used to be hesitation, now they just go. And then he goes, now if you watch the WNBA, and he didn't even mean to say it. He just goes, that's kind of what you're watching. That they're hesitant. They're not really good. He basically, in the nicest way somebody could say it, he goes, yeah, when you're kind of watching it and it's not as fast and it's just a lot of hesitation and indecision. He goes, that's kind of, it's kind of behind. Like he in the night, but dude, he didn't even mean to. He was talking about NBA and my son, and then he just is like, because the WNBA is kind of behind. He's basically saying it's like slow motion and hesitating. And it was
but I'll tell you this though, dude, it's way better.
Oh, it is. It is.
And that's the thing. I'm calling this right now. It's not going to be, the guys are just bigger, faster, stronger. They just are, but it's going to get to a level. Dude, at the end of the day, it's a ball. You have a brain, you've got your 4 limbs. I mean, there's no reason why their handles can't be as sick or sicker than a lot of the guys. And I think all this disrespect that they're getting, they have the athlete mind, dude. They're going to that's going to drive them to be better. So I actually, I'm rooting for the WNBA. Believe it or not. That was a lot of people didn't get that from that bit that I did in my last special. It's just like this thing could be so much bigger if women would support it. The thing that fucking is going to bring them down, the hardest thing in the fucking world is to get women to support other women. I don't know why. They talk a great game, Paul, but when the fucking ball's thrown up in the air, getting ready to start the game, where are they?
Yeah, well, you know what I think will make the WNBA better? You got to lower the rim,
If you put a fucking mall with a shoe store instead of a fucking selling hot dogs, if they started selling shoes at the fucking goddamn game, maybe then they would show up.
Just make the hoop 8 feet so we could fucking watch these chicks dunk and do shit. That would be sick.
That's a great idea. I would say 9.
Then you have women dunking in a dunk contest instead of only 2 women that can do it. Dude, you imagine watching some
I would love to see a chick oh shit. Look at me getting excited. I would love to see a chick dunk on another chick.
Dude, imagine some chick with a ponytail fucking through the legs, fucking yoking it. That'd be fucking nuts, dude.
Look how excited we are by that.
Yes.
Have you ever heard a woman talk this excitedly about the WNBA?
Dude, imagine that.
Fuck.
Oh shit, Jackie dunks it on Cindy. That would be fucking nuts, dude.
Dude, did you see that? Her fucking clam was right in your face. Total disrespect.
I said that in my special. Muff in the face, fucking this shit right here. You know, they fucking dunk it. They start doing this with their
fucking tweaks the other chick's nipples. You can't do that. That's disrespectful. That's the cut. Now that's what we need to get out of the WNBA. No more titty twisters.
I will tell you this right now, and I'm not even trying to joke. This is dead serious. If they lower the hoop to the point where 70% of the women in the WNBA can dunk, viewership of that fucking league will go through the roof.
This is what I say, Paul. And then over the years, you gradually raise it back up. I mean, that's how we learned to play hoop, right? Everybody had you had the little kid fucking hoop.
Dude, it's like Brittany Griner and 2 other fucking women could dunk, and everybody else is putting up threes, dude.
It's you know, I don't know. I mean, Paul, what are we doing here? What are we going to fix the country next?
Hey, you know what? We could start with the WNBA.
I think that idea that you had is fucking brilliant.
Dude.
But I mean, but the thing about it is they've all been practicing on a 10-foot hoop. It's going to throw their shot off, though.
Why? Yeah, but why this? Why are women's golf courses, why are they at the ladies' tees on the red? You want to know why? They're at the ladies' tees on the red because that's basically what they figured out the distance of them swinging the club would be. So why not make the NBA thing a little lower? Because they just don't jump as high. They're not as strong. That's not that.
That's why women's tennis is the best.
Yes, women's tennis is great.
They play on the same court. They're still smashing it. I can't tell that it's a little bit. Doesn't look slower to me when I'm watching it. You know, and they're better looking. They're out there. They got the little skirts on. They got the nice thick thighs, you know.
And listen,
I'd rather watch that than fucking Djokovic.
Women's UFC is as entertaining. You watch a women's UFC fight, it could be as much of a fucking great bloodbath as another fight. You watch women boxing, with the helmet shit, I don't love when they got the big fucking, you know.
Dude, one of the sickest knockouts I ever saw. This black chick knocked out this fucking tall white chick. It was like she was trying to throw somebody out at home plate. That's how much the overhand right was, and just caught this chick.
Oof.
I thought she killed her.
Oh my God.
She probably shouldn't have pelvic pumped when she was standing over her. I mean, dude, this chick's eyes were like in the back of her head. I'm gonna tell you right now, Paul, if she hit me with that fucking thing, I still wouldn't be able to do this podcast. I mean, it was a life. I mean, I hope that other woman recovered. Like, she doesn't have the effects of the level of concussed that she got on that. I love the women fighters. That's why both my kids, I'm going to get them into like jiu-jitsu and stuff like that in the next couple of years. Because especially for like girls, I don't understand why. You know, I got a whole bit on that. Why I don't understand why they don't fucking do it. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
So stupid with all the fucking creeps out there. All right, Paul, I got to get going here, man. I got some shit to do.
Yes. All right, guys, this is the show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please get the Anything Better podcast where you get all your podcasts, iTunes, Spotify. Rate and review the show. Go to paulvirzi.com for my dates. Go to billburr.com for his dates. Andrew Themlis, thank you so much. We'll be back next week with another episode. Enjoy the week, everybody.